Hiya and welcome to our podcast. Today's episode is Who's Telling You What to Eat? I'm Hannah.
I'm Katie.
I'm Jack.
I'm Dean.
And we're going to be talking about how companies use advertisements and marketing to influence you to buy unhealthy drinks and food.
Right, to kick off the conversation, we asked young people in our club what would they prefer, rather a water or an energy drink, and here's what they had to say.
I would probably most likely go for this just because it tastes nicer and sometimes it's less expensive than just a bottle of water.
It really depends, like what I'm in the mood for. Maybe an energy drink, and I'm not gonna go buy something that I can get in the house.
Well, usually singular bottles of water are like expensive, so I wouldn't get a singular bottle of water. If you go into most like restaurants or buildings and you ask for a glass of water, you'll get a free glass of water, so there's no point in going in and asking for a bottle. But energy drinks taste bad and they're also bad for you.
See, I would 9 times out of 10 probably pick an energy drink just because like I can get water at home, and because I think that these would like taste nicer. I drink a lot of water every day, but I think just an energy drink to wake me up would taste a lot nicer.
I don't see the point in buying energy drinks because I don't really like the flavours, but I think even if I did, I'd rather spend my money on something that I know I enjoy, and like water is healthier.
The water, because I don't like energy drinks. They don't taste nice, and they look like beer. I don't know why. Okay. They taste minging anyway.
Their advertisement is definitely like kind of more interesting looking than water.
The colours, and there's like an animal and stuff.
It was very interesting to see what people would say they would prefer, an energy drink or a bottle of water. The statistics were 64% for an energy drink and 36% for a bottle of water. Jack, why do you think that is?
Because of like the colours of the can of any brand could be multicoloured, whereas water is just see-through and you can see through water, and it's just a wee plastic label around a plastic bottle.
I like their marketing's on purpose. You can make like colourful branded water and like you could put it in the can exactly the same, but it's like lying. Like water's meant to be refreshing and cool and clean, so that's why they have like marketing like that. Like they do it on purpose. If they wanted to sell more water and they think colourful things would do it, they'd make it colourful. It's clear like that on purpose because they want it to look like clean and refreshing. And bright colours doesn't scream refreshing, it screams energy, which water does not provide.
Well, there actually is water in cans now, but it's just a blue can.
Yeah, like it's more sleek.
Now, what did you choose?
I picked energy drink. I'm not a big fan of either, to be honest. Normally if I had a wee drink at the shop, I'd like have like a normal juice. Like you can get like these nice juices and it has like green tea and like I've one with pineapple in it. It's really nice. Like I'd have those normally. It's like the right balance, but I would sometimes get an energy drink. I'd never buy a water just because I can just drink tap water. But like I would have an energy drink every now and then, especially if I had a morning shift, because I'd be really tired after those, but it'd be over so early in the day that I can't just go to bed and waste my whole day afterwards. Like what's the point in that? So I might have one then.
I would pick an energy drink as well, mostly because when I go into the shop, it's just kind of what stands out to me more. Most of the times it's at 8 in the morning and I'll be going to like the school or going to work, and I'll just need something to like kind of wake me up a bit, and I feel like it wakes me up more than a bottle of water would.
Yeah.
Do you think the energy from the cans have a long-term effect, or do they just affect what you feel?
No, because caffeine's a stimulant. It's temporary. Same as eating a bunch of sweets. Just gives you a little temporary high. That's how
I'd say that as well. And then in the afternoon, then you just get really tired because all your energy's been used up.
Yeah. Yeah, still some's better than none, to be fair.
And what was your decision between the water and the energy drink, and why?
Well, my decision was the water because my granddad, he drank a lot of energy drinks and he didn't really take them since he was young. He only started taking them recently and he had to get a implant because of the energy drinks, and that kind of put me off them. So I don't drink energy drinks at all. I've never had one.
Well, personally, I chose the energy drink because before training, I had like a wee boost, especially after school times, because honestly, I'd be drained afterwards, but I wouldn't take an energy drink around like after dinner because I'll be carbed up, and carbs like have long lasting energy. So if I were to train after dinner, then I wouldn't take an energy drink, but I'd take one straight after school.
So thank yous for sharing about your opinion on energy drinks and water. I want to talk about the ways that the energy drinks are advertised. If you see on the cans of different energy drinks, it often says at the top in bold writing vitamins to make it stand out to you more, so that you think you're making a healthier choice, but it shows in fine print if there's any sugar or anything, so it wouldn't be as noticeable. And on the social media, the energy drink pages, you'll see that they often promote more athletes going out and doing their sport with a can of energy drink in their hand, and you think like, oh, they drink it so they must be, but really the athletes probably aren't drinking any energy drinks when they're not recording anything.
Well, like Ronaldo at a press conference, I think it was after a big tournament, he actually grabbed all the fizzy drinks and the energy drinks, put them down, sat up a bottle of water and said, you should be drinking this. And then after his press conference, more players started doing that, and more famous people started doing that, and it became a whole big thing. And then for them companies, they weren't getting as much purchases as possible as they usually do, whereas water was getting more.
Do you think more celebrities should be taking Ronaldo's example and trying to push their audience towards healthier choices like water over more processed foods like energy drinks?
Yes, because they don't really need energy drinks.
Is that the celebrity's job though, to educate people, or should they be able to make their own research? Because not most, all energy drinks, at least here, are 16 plus, and they are meant to be sold to 16 plus. Do you think that at our age we should be able to make our own informed decisions about this? Oh, I sound like such an energy drink fan. I swear I'm not one.
Well, you should be making the sensible idea for water, because energy drinks have made people pass away from them. And too much can make you have a seizure or a heart attack.
I do wish we did see healthier food, or at least cooking marketed a lot more towards young people, because you do hear of so many young people our age who don't know how to cook or get their own food, and that leaves us very vulnerable, I think, whenever we go older and move out, to just fall into unhealthy eating habits every single day, because you don't know any other options. I do wish that was still promoted more, because I do know so many people our age who don't even have basic cooking skills at all, and it is madness. Or have no clue what anything in what they're drinking is. They don't understand what it means. They just drink it.
Well, that's down to schools and parents and stuff.
Yeah.
They teach their children how to cook.
Yeah.
I had no idea how to cook. In primary 7, I knew I was going on the secondary school, so I asked my dad, who was a cook at a restaurant, how do you make some stuff, and he's taught me now a few things.
Yeah. I wish we could have home economics the entire way throughout school.
Yeah, well, I did. I had food tech, and that was a lot of just healthy eating. And one night for an open night, we did about sugar and different drinks and stuff like that to educate people.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I think I applied to do that as a GCSE, but my school chose not to run it in the end, which was really annoying because it would have been such interesting information to know, especially since I like cooking so much.
We kept doing ones that it was kind of like it was more unhealthy food, but the teacher would add a twist to it to make it healthy.
Aye.
Which kind of shows, like I think we used a yogurt once to make something.
Yeah, and like if anything, it matters more at our age where we're a little bit older because again we do need to like start thinking a lot more about independence, and like the age they do often target like home economics classes and things like that towards is like key stage 3 and like
a lot of kids nowadays really don't know that much independence, and they're just kind of hanging off their parents, and then when they leave school they really just don't know what to do.
Yeah, and like it is like genuinely kind of concerning sometimes, like the amount of, I don't know, maybe it's just me who gets it in my school, but like I'd sit at a lunch table with my friends and we'll be talking about uni and they're like, no, but I'm only going to go to Belfast so I can put all my clothes in a bag and I'll come home at the weekend and my mum can wash all my clothes for me and then she'll make me my food and then I'll like bring it back with me for the week and just reheat it all week. In relating to like the influencers we were talking about earlier though, I do notice a lot of them like do promote healthy eating. Even then though, sometimes I do think they're still doing it for like money grabbing or popularity. Like recently I've seen people dropping like £90 on a reusable water bottle.
£90?
Oh yeah,
I think you know that one brand. There's a few different ones, but like I have been seeing that. But like at least they are promoting healthier food, even if it is just still money grabbing, or like selling a lifestyle. Like me, my hair is slicked back. I put cucumbers on my eyes, and I drink 5 pints of water a day.
I made a recipe out of a book that I found off an influencer that he makes himself, and I used it to make my lunch. It was really healthy.
And like we do really need to like learn independence and learn these things for ourselves because it's just gonna keep like getting more extreme. Like energy drinks and unhealthy food isn't going away. If anything, it's becoming more and more popular, and like we do really need to learn how to make those decisions ourselves.
You have made very interesting points, but I would like to talk about my little experience about my dander in the bog side. And giant billboard, I would say, could fit about 100 of me. Just met my eyes and I saw a big sloppy, greasy burger right in front of me. And I did indeed want a burger. But I think that's the point. The marketing wants you to like just eat a big burger that's unhealthy for you, but it's quick. So going back to the parents, they would just take them to takeaways out of convenience because they're not bored after coming back from a long day of work or their Wayne's hungry.
To be honest, whenever you saw this burger, did you think I might go to this place and get that?
Oh, obviously it was looking amazing, but like in the ads, they make the burger look like it's glorious, freshly made.
And then whenever you get it, it's just not. It's just basically thrown together.
Exactly.
Do you know what's on that burger?
I don't want to know.
Well, the way they make the ads is they use shoe polish for the burger meat and they put that on. They make it look like it was grilled. They put a stick through the burger. They hold up everything. They make it look giant. That's why it's never as big as you see it.
Yeah. In fairness, a lot of places just use like stock photos. It's getting really annoying in Just Eat when I'm like trying to decide, that's another big thing. You can just like order it online now to your house.
Forgot about
And it's
that.
like really cheap. But no, like on Just Eat, they just use like stock photos too on a lot of them. Like I'll be sorting through Chippies and they'll all have the exact same photo of a pizza on it.
Actually, a lot of time the takeaways will use their location as a way to bring more customers in because they'll try to locate their shop and around where they know that young people will be, like around their schools. For example, they'll put their chippy next to a school so that when young people are coming out of, so they'll see the chippy and they'll be hungry, so they'll just go on and get.
To be honest, I think I can name maybe one school I personally know the location of that doesn't have a takeaway right next door.
What school?
Foyle. I can't think of a takeaway next to Foyle. Every other school I can think
Where is
of
Foyle?
has a takeaway
Foyle
right next to it in
is
Derry. Not one other one doesn't. To note, Foyle is in the more wealthy side of Derry. The Foyle, not the Foyle side, the city side of Derry is the most deprived area in the UK, or at least within the top 5. It swaps about a lot. But I know that for a fact. My mum has to deal with that a lot with her work. It is. Like every postcode beginning with BT48 is. And the only school I can think of that doesn't have a takeaway next to it trying to get people to go to it is in the wealthier side. Every school on the other side, which is in a more deprived area, has chippies left, right and centre because they know that food's cheaper and those students will need it more, and also because they're young still. Go and get it.
I think it's very important for young people to be aware of the dangers they're making when choosing an energy drink over a bottle of water. And for food-wise, about how marketing has been used to target the young people.
So like, yeah, and an awareness of like how to cook your food, or at least know and understand the ingredients of things, like even if you can't make it yourself, like to at least know what's in it, understand the words, understand the impacts, is definitely very important for young people to have too. Like that's a very important life skill, cooking and all.
I think that could definitely help you make better decisions for like eating and drinking.
Well, I enjoyed that conversation we've had, and come back next time and we'll talk about how eating well could make you feel well.
Bye!
Bye.